Welcome Team Phoenix. Welcome to an overview of how to post business content on LinkedIn. This will be a series of posts. I want to show an overview now of the checklist and let me know which ones you find most valuable and where we should go deeper to improve your posting on LinkedIn. Most of the SEs, the sales engineers I speak with, they overthink the whole thing. They want to post but think, okay, are my thoughts really valuable? Am I writing something somebody else already has published, right? Your thoughts are always valuable because you are an individual, you have a different perspective on situations, on facts, right? And if you really don't know where to start, everybody actually has an anecdote he or she used to tell on a party, right? On other events, on the next Christmas party or dinner, whatever. Use this as a starting point and use this as a post. So if you really don't know where to start. If you want to find your niche, consider going on the Social Sales Engineers course with me. Just contact me via LinkedIn or here on YouTube. I'm there for you if you want to extend and build your brand. But this is now about what you can do when you start on your own. First, the most important bit is allow ideas and your text to ripe. So create a swipe file where you collect ideas. Whenever it hits you, put it in there. You will forget otherwise. So and then write your text out and give it time to ripe. Read it with fresh eyes again. You will see if it's understandable or not, only if there was a break, maybe of a day even, between writing and reading it again. The more breaks you can give it, the better it will become. Good. Next point. Does your first sentence provide a hook? I love this. Because what we want our readers to click the read more button, right? You maybe have noticed this, that it's like collapsed view if you look through the feed on a text post, for example. And LinkedIn really gives huge benefits to posts where readers click read more. How do we do this? Yeah, by finding such a sentence, right? And there's a great simple pattern like, yeah, product X is like Y, right? But with a major difference. And then there's a read more. And everybody wants to know, what's the difference? What's the difference, you know? Okay, that's one thing you could go with. Next, have you structured your text using a creative writing framework? That sounds technical. Most sales engineers will now say, I love it. Give me a blueprint. And yeah, there are blueprints like PAS, pain, agitate, solve, AIDA, hero's journey, right? Those are all structures you can Google and use. I would recommend you to go with pain, agitate, solve as a first thing. So basically it means you would state a pain of your hero in the story in some sense, or the story in itself, what pain is out there. Then you would agitate this pain and really make it tangible. I want to emotionally feel this. Like, and agitate, you would use very emotional verbs like someone's being angry or frustrated or fears something, right? Use the strong verbs. And then solve is you present yourself or whatever the solution is as the solution that helps me out there. So that's a very simple structure, pain, agitate, solve. You can Google the other ones. Are you noun specific? Very important. Don't just write abstract things. Don't write house. Be very specific. Find the real noun for what you mean. A house might be really too abstract. Or don't write car, but Mercedes, right? You get the point. This will improve your text already. Use active voice and dynamic verbs. That's really important. An engaging read comes from active voice and dynamic verbs. Yeah? Not he has been angry, but he kicked the bin through the office. Okay? I'm not saying he was angry, I'm showing it by using active verbs and what the person does. And for example, stand is a not dynamic verb, right? But jumping is. Try to keep an eye on those. Are you using analogies and images? Really important. My example here, the sales engineer was busy like a postman during Christmas. That's an image, right? It's a comparison. So try to find things like that, play with it, but be careful because whatever you compare with is a symbol in itself. It has a meaning. If you compare something with a garbage truck, you get a low quality image maybe. Depends on what you want to say, right? You get the point. But use those things because readers enjoy this a lot. Next tip, is your post structured with a maximum of 3 sentences per paragraph? So think in paragraphs and enter empty lines. So it even looks nice and I want to read when I look at the text. I don't want to read huge 1 paragraph posts, right? Because I don't feel like, how can I get through there? So I would say 3 sentences maximum per paragraph. Go with 1 or 2 if possible, but the important thing is here, have one meaning in there. Okay, and the next, check if all paragraphs are connected with mental buts or therefores. What does that mean? So think of your blocks, your paragraphs, and then with logical content, right? With logical pieces, and then you need to be able to put a but or therefore in between them. Yeah. So explain something in the first paragraph, and the second needs to be contrary. Like you connect it with a but, so there's a big but, right? In the next paragraph. So I keep reading because I have the question like, oh, there's a conflict. There's something different now, or a therefore, because this means as a result. Okay, so the first paragraph and the second then is a result, and the third you would then connect, for example, again with a but, right? A result and a but. So, and this is a simple storytelling structure. It's actually from the inventors of South Park, right? Those guys use this in between the South Park scenes, and I think this is a very, very cool way for storytelling. Very useful for us. Next check. Is your intention clear? And not only for you. Look around at LinkedIn, right? And you will find out that some posts that are just written one time and then published, you sometimes don't understand what does the author want to tell me. That's even worse in polls if you don't understand the question. So again, take time, like in the first check, right? And be sure that you have a goal of what you want to say. In best case, you have this goal beforehand, and then you write the text. Next, is there a meaningful, concrete call to action? We're going towards the end. So we're posting because we want engagement, right? We want to nudge people to read and maybe to post their opinion on that one. So therefore we need a call to action. Really ask, hey, let me know in the comments what this means for you, right? Do you have a different opinion? Whatever it is, try and get people to comment or like or share their experience too, right? And we often need to ask, believe me, it might be a very trivial question, but you will get more responses by asking, because we humans, we want to answer the questions. We're just like set up in school for that. Good. At the very end, don't forget hashtags, but research them. You can put hashtags in LinkedIn search bar and then find out how many followers hashtags have. So there are little variations, sometimes with an S at the end or an ing, right? So it depends on what the word is. Try to find out which is the best version for you. And at the end, do you mention relevant people? Try, if possible, to add people that you know have a different opinion or the same opinion to what you want to say or are connected to that. But only relevant people, please. So then it's important that they answer, because otherwise you might get a penalty from the LinkedIn algorithm. That's it, nearly. So some other tips: don't edit a post once published. Again, please take time and do a grammar check on that already. Please don't edit, because this gives you a penalty on the views. Don't share other people's content, but comment. this benefits you and the other people. Sharing is not very good, very rewarding, I would say, on LinkedIn. And if you look for words, make this your quest to look for words that are emotional and maybe things around status and career, appreciation, money, your own people's security, right? Something that really resonates with the audience. The more visceral, or the more it is a gut feeling in that sense, the better people will respond to what you have to say. I hope this helps you a lot. There's the checklist. You can also find it on my LinkedIn profile. So visit me, Patrick Pessan at LinkedIn. Last but not least, check out my books if you're interested, the Social Sales Engineer and Sales Engineering Exposed. I'm Patrick, I'm CEO and lead trainer at Sales Hero. Follow Little Phoenix down here for more content. We will go deeper into storytelling soon. Was a pleasure. Bye bye.